Welcome back to the adventures of the Dark Wizard Lord Paramount Monsoon the Elegant. I had such a big laugh when I realised after that episode that we'd spent episodes working our way up through a Dark Wizard's Order, learning dark magic when there is no magic. Like, magic just doesn't exist in the world right now. So, I don't know exactly what he's been doing, but then it, kind of also makes sense that there's nobody in the bloody society. Just a bunch of gullible people, really. So I should say, before we really dive into things, that my editing software has exploded, more specifically the hard drive that my editing software is on. So this might be an absolute shambles of an episode, and I'm really sleep deprived. But we have a pretty decent goal, I think. Well, first things first is leave the bloody wizard society when there's no magic. We're essentially just doing card tricks at this stage. Let's knock that one on the head, I think. Goodbye. Oh, man, he looks so nice without that. Look at that. What a handsome young man. Can we join the Citadel? If we get erudite, or if we're a scholar, astronomer, cartographer, traveler, linguist, erudite, lunatic, or mystic. I think you'd have to be a bloody mystic, or sorry, lunatic or mystic, to have tried to practice dark magic for years on end and really achieve nothing. Who crowned him leader of that guild as well? I've got so many questions. Anyway, more importantly, we've got that to deal with. So picking another guild, whether we want to go for the Alchemist Guild, whether we want to go for the Society, the Maester Society, remains to be seen. We could also flip over to Scholarship if we are bored of the Intrigue focus as well. We've got that to do in the background as well. That was going to be my second point, is that we've done a pretty good job, I think, of replacing vassals with Storm God vassals. You know, if we go my religion in my realm, ruler, yes, preferably, and then sort by rank. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Storm God vassals, and obviously us as well. That means 5 Storm God lords in the Iron Throne right now, up from 0. I think that's pretty good, seeing as we've only done this essentially over the course of 1 generation. It's only been Monsoon doing all of that. So we are working on the next High Lordship, which we are trying to invite Sir Dick on to revolt. Great name, demonetized, because doing that will give us control of a province within Griffin's Roost. So to make High Lordships in this, we have to specifically control a province within the High Lordship, unless you change it in the game rule, but I think it does make sense. So when we get Griffin's Roost, we can create the High Lordship, and obviously we can give that and Griffin's Roost to another Stormlord vassal, and then we'll just keep moving north as we do that. Now, we've got a third mission as well. I think this is the coolest of all the 3. We've got a dragon egg. Let's hatch the goddamn thing. We obviously tragically lost our dragon, Heartfire, some time ago. Can we kill you? Have him killed. There we go. Have him hanged. Whatever. Just some random... a random rival there. Get rid of him. We might as well kill him off so he doesn't cause trouble. We've got Heartfire. We have 2 Heartfire Dragon Eggs. So even if we mess up the first one through some weird act of God, then we could always try again later on. So, for those of you who haven't played the Game of Thrones world, or for those of you who haven't watched any of my other series or seen me hatch a Dragon Egg at all, it's quite a cool system the way you've done it. So, by owning a Dragon's Egg, you will get access to Dragon Lore. So as you visit key sites where dragons have existed and affected the Game of Thrones world, you sort of start piecing together knowledge, and it sort of helps your character understand how to hatch and deal with dragons. So there are many different sites on the map we can visit. I can remember like 90% of them off the top of my head. There's another one, as I always talk about, in the sort of Northern Reach that I don't know where it is exactly. I think it's like... oh, God, let me take a look here. It's somewhere around here. Greenfield. I think it is actually Greenfield, so we'll test that out. But there's another site where we have to go and visit, so as long as we're leading troops in that province, we'll get a little bit of dragon lore. When we have enough dragon lore, we can attempt to hatch the egg. The more dragon lore we have, the higher the chance we've got of hatching the egg. There are also certain other factors that affect it as well. So, for example, Valyrian bloodlines affect whether or not you can hatch the egg. Obviously, we don't have any of that. Valyrian or Red God religion affects the chance of being able to hatch the egg as well. Obviously, we don't have those. And Valyrian culture affects hatching the egg. And spoilers, we don't have that one either. So we've really got it stacked up against us. So the more dragon lore we can get, the better. I'm actually going to try and get as much as possible. My God, I forgot that we got that up there as well in the Kingsland. We're actually quite powerful at this point, huh? Can we push any more claims? Because those have come in pretty handy. Might as well do a quick claim pass over before we check anything else. We grab Crabshaw from the Vale. Don't really want to go that far north all of a sudden, especially when it's so distant from our land. I don't know if exclaves are a thing in this as well. I mean, it's the same realm, isn't it? So I don't think exclaves affect us in that regard. But we do need to be somewhat careful, because I'm not entirely sure about the rules around that. Get Grassy Vale, but I don't particularly want to fight the Reach, because they are the most powerful in terms of troop count. Yeah, besides, there's nothing really worth much looking at. If it was a whole duchy we could grab like we did last time, that would be awesome. Unlanded Sons? I mean, I've only got 1 province, so I can't do much for you there, my friend. So, Dragon Adventure? I think it's time for a Dragon Adventure. So, the first and easiest ones to go for are... Let's plot a route here so we can go up to Dragonstone. Dragonstone's going to be our first port of call, and that is under... Who's the Lord of Dragonstone who will host us and teach about dragons? Robert Baratheon. a very, 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 very distant relative. Seeing as, you know, Baratheon and Durrandon are basically intertwined. We could do with some more boats. Anybody got any boats? Anybody got any boats? You're telling me none of my Tarth have boats? Sensible Tarth. We could just take the 500 men from Tarth, but we'll just take the boats instead. We'll just borrow those guys. That's going to give us exactly the amount of boats we need as well. We don't need to take this many men. It's kind of a waste of time, but we might as well. Right, so as long as Monsoon is leading the troops, we should be able to get ourselves the dragon knowledge. So let's head up to Dragonstone and see what they've got in track for us. Winter is coming to an end. Incredible news. Do we want to move away from the plotting? I mean, no, because the plotting is what's giving us the ability to, obviously, overthrow particular rulers and, you know, get our provinces revoked and allow us to set up these high lordships. Are we... you are in Griffin's to build a spy network. What about some of the other ones? Well, it doesn't need to be him. It can be anybody else within the Duchy of Griffin's Roost. So we can also test out Adderall. Adderall? Yeah, Adderall. There we go. Plot to incite revolt. Oh, man, this guy was a much better choice. 209% potential plot power against that guy. Boom, we've got him, ladies and gentlemen. We've already got 107% on him anyway, and there's a lot of people. He's not a very liked man. Why? He's just family person, brawny knight? He's kind? Humble? Why are you disliked so much? He's made a lot of enemies through his life, apparently. Anyway, we are now at 209%. It's our other high lords are backing us, essentially. He's probably got low intrigue, is more likely. Yeah, 0 intrigue, whereas our lord in Griffin's Roost has 11. And he is also an intricate web weaver, so that does explain a lot there. All we've got to do is incite him to revolt. It doesn't matter which one we get, as I've said previously. More importantly, let's go over to Dragonstone. We'll wait for that to fire. We've still got loans to pay off. Shit, maybe we should just take business interest until we've dealt with... Lady Shireen died, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Let's go for the business focus. I think the business focus is going to be okay at this stage. Now, like I've mentioned many times before, the business focus in the Game of Thrones one scales with your wealth. So if you debase the mints, you might only get 12 gold rather than the flat 100, because we're making such low money in the first place. But I think at this stage we should be okay. I think we should be fine when it comes to that. It's our monthly income, I should say, not our wealth, because our wealth's obviously quite low, because we've got boats raised. It's another good reason to maybe not have this many troops, huh? Oh, you know what? Scrap those. Get rid of them. This is friendly territory, so it counts. Have we not had a pop-up yet? I think it takes like a week, roughly. Take the 5 boats. There we go. That's going to save us a bit of cash. All right. Tell me about dragons. Unless we visited Dragonstone before. Send an envoy. Okay, we are here, yeah? We're not getting any pop-ups about dragon lore. Maybe we already have dragon lore. It's a shame there isn't a way to track how much you've got. I mean, he's not a commander, but we do have... Yeah. Look at that. Lord Paramount Monsoon must have at least one piece of dragon lore obtained by visiting places of dragon lore significance. Well, you get one just from owning an egg for a long period of time. That's sort of what it gives you a hint to go to other places. Okay. Give him patronage. I don't know why we're not getting the Dragonstone one. Maybe we need to sack our other rulers. Let's just sack you guys. Maybe it takes longer if you're not, say, Valyrian. Mace Vizarmo is useful. Thank you for emboldening our troops. We're not getting anything. Okay, we'll wait until, okay, ask him about his faith. Sure, we're trying to endear ourselves to the king still. Might as well send him a nice letter. She's trying to piss us off. Okay, you know what? He's fine with it. He's touched by our letter, and there was a chance of us gaining sympathy for Westerosi gods, which we didn't get. I think it'd be kind of good to get that, because obviously it will soften them to us. Sandor Ferren is known as the Tormentor. Why? Despised aristocrat. Crushed religious revolt. God knows. Okay, let's abandon this one in Dragonstone. Clearly that's not working. Let's go to King's Landing. I imagine, given everything, we probably already got the one in King's Landing, huh? 70% chance our plot will succeed. Please? That will give us yet another High Lord? Oh, come on. We're doing so good with this, huh? That's incredible. Right, I mean, just dogpiling. We've got enough troops in the area. We can just move them in without having to worry about it. Excellent. Another one gone, another one gone, another one bites the dust. That was pretty straightforward as well. Hey, there we go. Nice. While in King's Landing, you visit the Dragon Pit where once the beasts of old Valyria were bred. The great pits of the crumbling walls fill your mind with fantasies if only the dragons still lived. I guess we already had the one in Dragonstone, because they generally fire within 7 days, when you, or a week, as some people call it. They generally fire within the week when you go to the province, so I don't know, maybe we'd already visited Dragonstone. I don't know why we would have. Winter's coming to an end, so our taxes will be up. Lord Michael of Tudbury Hall provided me with proof that he's been viciously... That someone, this guy, Axel of Cape Wrath, I don't care. He's a Stormlander vassal. Matrimonially married to her. Okay, sure. Threaten him with exposure. My lord, my scheming of Storm's End is borne fruit. I've discovered a plot where Lord Miles Skywort evolves from a mudkip, right? Seeks to kill Jarsa Manwoody. Don't we all? That's interesting news. He will live to regret this. Okay, well, that's what all the Sanus people say, right? Okay, let's bring these boys together and salt this one down, and then we are done. Keep antagonizing Michael. I mean, I can antagonize him in the best way possible. It's tyranny. Turn him into slavery. It's not legal. We can try and sell him off secretly, essentially, behind the scenes. No work with him is done. Let's not worry about antagonizing him anymore. Your enemy, Lord Galad Wagstaff, has been captured by Lord Alos of Musgood and is taken to Greatsgrave as a prisoner. It doesn't matter, the war's over anyway. So because he revolted, as I've said before, that means that we are guaranteed the ability to revoke his title, so we can now take that away from him. That should also allow us to make the High Lordship. Or not. Oh, we're waiting for the revoke to go through. There we go. It wasn't instant because he wasn't our prisoner. There we go. So we can now make the High Lordship of Griffin's Roost, and we can now grant that to any Stormlord we see fit. Could give it to our son, seeing as he is an unlanded son. I mean, seeing as we're only 2 out of 5. I mean, no, we'd want to keep the Shipbreaker Bay. We want to revoke titles around Shipbreaker Bay to keep for ourselves, wouldn't we? I think that's a much better idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's give this one away, and then we'll keep the titles, like I said, that we incite to revolt. We'll do that next. We'll increase our own domain, I think, next before we do anything else, because sending with these High Lords is all well and good, but giving ourselves more domain, more troops, more taxes is more measurable, right? So let's go search around. Let's reset all. I'm sure we set up a filter, haven't we, at this stage? Yeah, thank God. So by stewardship, Harris, Maester of the Ring. Oh, Maester. Okay, fair enough. We might need to employ someone, because these guys are all shit. They're also all learning characters. Spymaster of Summerfield. You don't seem like the type of guy I want to land, although Robert's not bad. Spymaster of Rainwood, he does have 10 martial. Oh, sorry, 10 diplomacy is what I meant to say. Sure, you know what, take it. Here you go. Lordship of Griffin's Roost. There we go, another Stormlander High Lord, and let's immediately get married off to basically anybody. She'll do. Boom. There you go, Lana. Okay, and the reason I'm doing that again is so that they actually have kids and we don't re-inherit this stuff. Not that it would matter either way, because obviously we can just dish it out to a new Stormlander vassal, but to obviously have that a little bit more automated would be kind of nice. Okay. Don't need the boats really raised anymore. Where did my troops go? Did I put them down like a fool? Oh, because we went to war. Yeah, whatever. We'll just take these 72 men. We'll put everyone else down. So we might as well just disband all of these boys very, very quickly. There we go. Now, like I said, we'll wait for a while, and we want to lead these troops ourselves. Now, I know it's somewhere around here. We'll go to Greenfield, because I believe that's it. We will need the boats later on, because we need to go to some other place. Well, you know, we could actually go to Summerhall. So Summerhall is another one of the sites. So this was the Targaryen house. I've talked about it before, but like their summer house, their holiday home that burnt down when Prince Rhaegar was born. We can go over there. I don't know what it's going to do with dragons, because it wasn't a dragon that burnt it down. The dragons were dead by that stage, so I'm not really sure what the big deal with that is. But guess it's just fire. Just generic fire will do it. In fact, we're not even... There we go. Yet Summerhall was a place the prince loved best. He would go there from time to time with only his heart for company. Even the Knights of the Kingsguard did not attend in there. He likes to sleep in the ruined hall beneath the moon and stars. And whenever he came back, he would bring a song. What really did happen here? We get it. Rhaegar, you're a scene kid. Okay, so we want to head up next to wherever the Field of Fire is. I think it's Greenfield, but again, I don't really remember. It's somewhere around there, so we'll just sort of try a few. I know it's Northern Reach, essentially. There is rumor here in Griffin's Roof that one of the low short go for it. And we found out about that guy and he gave us 10 gold. Thank you. So why don't we start revoking some titles around Shipbreaker Bay then? We could go for, what, like another... For the Castle of Durran's Point. Could actually just take the castles. That way our kids also won't demand the titles from us. Might be a better idea. Obviously we'll get less taxes from doing that and less troops. But, I mean, Storm's Drum as well. These seem like castles that should just be ours, huh? What does that actually have going for it? Large Stormlander Keep. That was a small Stormlander Keep. It would be better to get these, but of course we get tyranny if we don't give them to our kids. And to be fair, that's a small Stormlander castle. It's not much of an improvement, is it? I'm going to take the sub-holdings for what I said before. I don't want to become a tyrant just by by holding titles. So how are we going to do this? How do we even go about revoking titles from these guys? Because they can't revolt, can they? Because they're barons. Plot to fabricate treason? Would that work? Oh, shit, in hindsight, maybe it is better to grab these. I'm not really sure the best way to do it. Let's just go for these guys then, if there are any... Why can't we incite revolt anymore? Oh, because they have to have a lower opinion of us. Cool. You have a low opinion of us. Let's see if we can incite you to revolt. 131%, even though we're on the scholarship focus or the business focus now. That's fairly impressive, I think. Right, let's get everybody on board. I don't mind sending out a little bit of gold. No, we don't need to anyway. Nice. And we've got all of the High Lords backing us in this, because obviously they want us to land other High Lords. Right, so let's go over to Greenfield. Oh, shit. My liege, King Sandor Farron has tried to have Lord Garmon, Costain of Stokeworth arrested, and failed to apprehend him. Yes, obviously to defend my liege, my duty, which is going to just again put us slightly into the positive there. It's dealing with lands way beyond where we care about. Alright, so let's head over to Greenfield. I'm pretty sure it's Greenfield. Oh god, he might find out about a plot. Nothing's happened, so I don't think we need to worry about it. Okay. A grandson. Oh, come on. You've got to give me a genius kid. We've been trying so long. Monsoon. I did like the idea of hail. So it's Hail Durrandon, and obviously it's a pun there because you know you hail your lord. That was a good name, and I know that comment's been liked a lot on the last episode. So there you go, Hail Durrandon. Should also point out patron houses. So it's the start of month, so we can actually start putting those in. I'm going to put those in at the end of the episode so that we start getting those boys together. And now that we've actually got some houses to give out to patrons, I'll feel a little bit happier about doing that. Try Cornfield. We'll just keep running around, like I said, around the northern sort of border here with the illustrious education. The heirs of affairs and state diplomacy, I should have had no trouble finding the right way to endear myself, really. Well, he seems to have been around to opinion for the past 40 friggin' years. Let's go for that. Wonderful, we've touched him again. Incredible. Use him as you see fit. You have my blessing, thank you. Still nothing, huh? I mean, this might just be a fool's errand running around all these different provinces. His wars are not over yet. So Bravosi wants to train... Oh! The Valane kid, our ward, but obviously, of course, distant relative, descendant of our father there. Our father is his great, so what's that making him? Our great nephew? Sure, the Bravosi is going to train him in a little bit of stewardship. Made him greedy, it doesn't matter too much. Quality of education we get for our daughter, Rhaena Durrandon. Rhaena is a great name. She's garbage. Let's give her a stewardship education. I also don't want to spend too much money, I'm sorry. Because, I mean, we've got sons, and sons are always going to come first just because of the way the game works, huh? Cannot stand Lady of the Sand. She's actually done it. She's finally managed to make us into rivals. We could set a move route. I guess by the time we've actually moved through a lot of these provinces, it will have given it chance to fire. This is a horrible move route, but I'm just going to run around for a little bit until we maybe find it. Just in case we don't have enough time passing province to province here. Come on, find that field of fire. News from Castle Rock at a trial by court. Don't tell me about it. I don't care. We've surely got enough time in these provinces. Unless as you're moving, it doesn't trigger the event. This is a waste of time. What a move route. That's still my favorite thing we've ever done. Alright, 50-50. Risky. This would not help my reputation. Dishonor -10. Oh, god, shit. That's my own greed there, because we don't need these provinces, do we? Oh, our council's completely gone. What happened to my council? Excuse me? You guys pointed out that and this has been pointed out many, many, many times, that the things don't line up to their color. Reason for that is the Game of Thrones adds a lot of other things. This is a static menu, so as we scroll, the background isn't moving, but the ranks are. So if we sit here, this is your base game CK2 council, right? You've got your diplomat, you've got your marshal, you've got your steward, you've got your intrigue, you've got your learning. However, the Game of Thrones mod adds a Castellan, also called Hand of the King, which is stewardship based, so obviously that doesn't line up. And then we've also got another learning based priest at the bottom there, which also sort of ruins the lineup there. It's just a minor interface issue because again the background doesn't scroll, but the rest of it does. Probably why I'm using bigger interface or something like that. In fact, that's almost exactly what's causing it. So if we can't find this one, the next one on our list, you know, I'm gonna bloody give up on this because this is a fool's errand, running around in circles. I'm a high lord. We've got better things to be doing. Oh god, like getting old. My god, we might not even have time to hatch the dragon at the way we're going. So the next one is Harrenhal. So Harrenhal in lore was the giant castle built by Harrenhal that was burned down by Aegon the Conqueror. Might have been one of his sisters, I don't really remember. When he refused to bend the knee, so they melted the entire goddamn castle, and now it's supposedly cursed. Well, it was cursed before that because Harren built Harrenhal by putting blood of slaves into the walls or something like that, or the amount of slaves that died, something along those lines. Lord Paramount Monsoon Durrandon, I hereby invite you to attend the Grand Tourney of Rook's Rest. Yes, as long as it doesn't stop us leading troops, because that would prevent the whole dragon thing. We're at Harrenhal. There we go. Moving past the gates of Dragonhall, of Harrenhal, you notice the black melted stone. There is only one thing in the world that can melt those walls. Dragonfire. Or wildfire as well, I assume. Or, you know, just heat in general. I mean, I'm just generic heat. Oh, bloody Ironborn raiders have intercepted us here. What a skirmish, huh? What a scuffle. Through a covert conspiracy, my acquaintance Lord Walden Winch has acquired a claim on the High Lordship of Pike. Who? Okay, why do I care about you? Not that I'm bothered. We're going to get killed by these bloody Ironborns. We might not. To be honest, we've got cavalry. They've only got heavy infantry. We've got a couple of archers. Oh, I don't know. We've got a lot more cavalry, though. This is going to be close. I was simply passing time at the tournament when I saw 2 knights argue over honor, and I lost 1 diplomacy because I couldn't keep my goddamn mouth shut. Well, I feel like we're going to get wrecked here. Oh, we might be okay. Good, improve relations. Excellent. If you could, you know, get rid of that dishonor, that would be even better. We actually did it. Holy shit. We captured Theon the Ironborn Raider. Cool. 50 men survived that. We actually did very, very well. Lord Criston Ward and Sir Gerald Frey were next to Joust. Really don't care that much. So, where else in Westeros, I'm just trying to think here, has dragon lore? To my knowledge, there isn't anywhere else. I think we've got it all besides the Field of Fire, and obviously don't know where the bloody hell we've got to go for that one. We've got Dragonstone. Well, I think we've got Dragonstone. We've got Summerhall, King's Landing, Harrenhal, obviously. There might be, I don't know, whether, like, Old Stones was a ruin, I believe, long before that. I don't think it has any effect on it, but apparently Summerhall does. A son was born. Nothing still. Oh, god damn it. Let's call you Sleet. Sleet Durrandon. Welcome. I don't think we've had a Sleet yet. That's a whole new bunch of precipitation. Welcome aboard. Should really be giving them education, huh? Because these are most likely going to be our heirs. Thrift. And let's get you a Guardian with... Oh, God. They're all shit. Anybody who's patient. Anybody who's humble. Diligent. Anything, please. Help me. There really is no one who's any good. Who's the current educator? It's just chaste and honourable. I mean, it's not bad, but it could be a lot better. We could educate him. We're diligent and patient. Let's educate them ourselves. Our grandkids. Who's better to educate them than us? Give them full control. Sure, let's do it. These kids are goddamn awful. I hate them. Okay, well, it's not like we can throw them into the ocean anytime soon. Why can't we educate the other one? Oh, because we're still waiting for his response on the first one? There we go. Okay, and then what is that flag? Oh, because the boats are from Tarth. Ah, that's kind of cool. I can't say I've ever noticed that before on CK2. Okay, that's genuinely very cool. I can't believe I've never noticed that. Right, so let's go over to our other grandson here, and then assign Guardian, who is... Oh, we've already got a ward. Oh, the other kid. That's understandable. Fair enough. We'll just palm this kid off on absolutely anyone then. I really don't give that much of a shit about our 5th in line, something like that. Well, technically he's 4th in line, isn't he? 3rd in line, not including us. You'll do. Boris, my son. Educate your son. Actually do some work around here, for God's sake. So, our journey takes us over to the next province. We're going to be heading to... I think the next one is the Smoking Sea of Valyria, which is just about as scary as it sounds, because we can just immediately die. We could come across another goddamn kraken. Maybe I should write a letter to Sandor. Another letter. Time for our yearly letter to the king. 50 opinion of us now, though. We must be doing something right, huh? What about our plot? So, because we failed the last plot, do we want to wait for our dishonor to go? Nope. Never stop. Never slow down. This is a child. Can we incite a child to revolt? I guess not. They're a child. What about you? Just incite revolt. We've got a 112% chance. So we'll just keep chipping away. Keep hoping. We'll have to send out some gold to some of our vassals because they are getting complacent. Alright, there we go. Another goddamn tournament, huh? Go for it. Why not? Where are the boats? I don't want to spend particularly too long in the Smoking Sea because it is supposedly cursed and it's full of, you know, volcanic activity and all sorts of stuff. I don't want to place a bet. There we go. You've braved the Smoking Sea where many ships have gone and not gone back. You've seen yourself the great fires that ripped all Valyria asunder and vanquished most of their dragons. Incredible. Nice. So that is another piece of dragon lore. And like I said, the more we get, the more chance we've got of actually getting this goddamn dragon. So we want to also go to somewhere in Gishkar. I can't remember. I think it's Old Gis. Let's head over to that one. How unfortunate. This poor man was injured. Again, not that I care. 50-50. I mean, we should get it this time, right? Gambler's fallacy. Nope, dishonor. Another 10 dishonor. It's just flat dishonor. Wow, this is getting bad. We need to be careful. The more we do this, the more likely we're going to have people back in our plot. Anyway, I think we need to stop there. As much as I hate to say it, I think we've just got to wait for our guy to smooth over relations level. What is the chance of that? Reputation's repaired. It's 12% yearly. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, that could take some time. Right, so we go to Old Giskar, see what they've got going for us. I know exactly what she's trying. I don't give a shit about it. I don't even know who you are. So, what is it? It's the, I don't know what it's from. It's like the office or some shit. It's like, I hate you, and the other person's like, I don't think about you at all. Kings and Emperors will feel me also. Feel me? Fear me also. I mean, they can feel me if they want. You've arrived at the old fields of Old Gis. The place is very old. It's part of the Valyrian, as where the Valyrian freehold smashed the Gishkari Empire. I can't read today. Called my court physician at once. He's ill. Oh, God, what's wrong with him? Food poisoning. He'll be fine. It's a bit of food poisoning. It's nothing. Everybody gets food poisoning. A daughter was born to Mark and Lady Fogg named Audrey. Excellent. Another Durrandon. Not that I really care that much about distant relative Durrandon. What is she? My niece. Like I said, distant relative. Who cares about her? Praise him to the court. He cured the food poisoning. Well, I don't think it really deserves that much praise. It's not like it was particularly life-threatening, huh? The last one, we get to go all the way over to the literal other side of the world. And this is the last one I can remember. Like I said, I can't remember them all. I think there's probably a couple we've missed. But we get to go all the way to Ashai itself, the far, far east. And let's see what they've got going for us. Top Bog, are you there? You're not Top Bog, Spoff. You're Ninurta Belsumiscun. Excellent. That's Latin for something, right? The ancient city of Ashai is famed for its knowledge of the arcane, and some say dragons still live in the mountains of the Shadowlands. You speak with many mages as you can about dragon lore. Hopefully, it shall be useful, and with that, I think that gives us everything we could have ever wanted. We're taking attrition in Ashai, and we've got 56 men. What the hell is the attrition here? Incredible. Oh, because, yeah, no ship, we're out of supply. Right, let's go home. This has been a hell of a journey. Is it even worth bringing back these 56 men? Yes, because he's on those boats. I genuinely believe that should be a mechanic to stop you having your rulers teleport around. If you put your ruler down, it should take them time to come home. If you drop them in the middle of a shy, they should have to just travel home. Just say away from court, we'll be home in like 50 days or whatever. Just for the immersion value. Just because it sort of encourages you to do that stuff. Because we could have easily just sacrificed those men, huh? Man, you are not aging well, my friend. So, it's time. This whole episode has been dedicated to the dragons. And it's been a successful journey. I don't think there's anything else we can do at this stage. Are there any other dragons kicking around? There's a dragon egg with Anissa Valan located in Rainwood. Let's do it. You have your egg and the pyre prepared, ready to light a flame and to attempt the hatching. Proceed. Note, in red, which means it's very scary. This is a very dangerous, also in red, very scary event, which is not to be taken lightly. The less knowledge you have gathered about dragons, more likely the hatching will be to fail. Failure could mean the death in red, so it's scary for you or your family members. Or we say, actually, this is too dangerous. Well, obviously, we're going to proceed. Good luck. Good luck, Monsoon the Eloquent. Eloquent. That's ironic. You're going to need it. There's nothing else we could have done. There's nothing else we could have done besides me hunting down that final fucking dragon site in wherever it is, in the arse end of nowhere, in the armpit of Westeros, somewhere in the Reach. What madness, the tragedy of Storm's End. What madness let you think you could hatch a dragon? You have failed, and will pay the price. Arg! 20% chance of us straight up dying, 50% chance of us straight up being depressed, 15% chance of us downwards being maimed, and 15% chance of us acrosswards being burnt. All of those are pretty horrible. We just got depressed. He just sacks his egg failed. Oh, shit. We've got another one, but are we going to risk that? There's only two dragon eggs in the world at all. We just checked that. Just to reiterate the point, there's 2 dragon eggs in the world. Dragon eggs are hard to get. Like, really, really, really hard to get. Valyrian steel is easier by a long way, for hopefully obvious reasons. Shall I wait? Shall I wait until I'll look up where the last sites are? I'll do some research into dragon eggs and find out where the old ones are. There might be one in Old Town. There might actually be one in Old Town now that I think about it. I'm going to quickly try Old Town as well. Just because, I don't know, something came back to me then that it just sort of struck me. As maybe... No, we're just going to die. I've changed my mind. We're going to die. Fuck Old Town. Who needs to go to Old Town when we can just die instead? Well, Paramount Boris. An accomplished diplomat. Vassals and foreign rulers alike are sure to respect him. They're not, because he's different. He worships a different god, and he's, of course, got dynastic stain as well. Luckily, it's only a -10. Oh, shit. Intolerable. Chuck him in prison. Let's take that gold for ourselves. Mawson, that's my gold now. 251. Ooh, thank you. What do you mean? Just put... Okay. Sure. Cool. We've got some... does he even deserve to be honored with a funeral? What does he do? What did he do with his life? Back me up on this one. The guy pretended to be a wizard for about 40 fucking years. Pretended to be a wizard and then lost a dragon egg. I don't know that Monsignor was particularly noteworthy. Oh, to be fair, he did land. He did a lot for the faith. He managed to get a lot of High Lords in power. You know what? Honored with the funeral. All the Lords and Ladies of the Realm are invited. It's going to put us into debt, but you know what? He did it for the realm. And the realm shall remember him. Remember me. With a big stone statue that breathes fire. Court physician, can't get one. We're gonna need someone fresh. Your wife is a genius. I think we need family focus. And I think we need genius sons pretty goddamn soon, huh? High Almoner for you, wife. She doesn't like us very much, which is probably half the reason that she, you know, not how is Babby formed again. Let's go for have 5 children. I think that's a safe bet. I think that's absolutely what we want to focus on right now. I'm pretty fucked off by that, because you know what that means, huh? Now we have to go to all those sites again, get more dragon knowledge. Hopefully I can fix my editing, so we'll just blitz through it. We'll do like a dragon knowledge montage for next time or something, so that we're not in that situation. Unbelievable. Thank you for watching. We're going to leave it there on that disappointing note. We are Boris of the Stormlands, the third of the Storm Kings. The Storm Lords, powerful as they have ever been, and we have another chance at a dragon. I think Monsoon should have known his place. His place was diplomacy. His place was managing the realm. His place was not dragons. That was Gallard. Maybe Boris will follow in his grandfather's footsteps here. He's zealous, diligent, kind, trusting, very good diplomat, but we'll see where that leads him in life. Let's give a shout out to the insane top tier level patrons for making this series and this channel possible in the first place. The P.O. Box is on its way. Keep an eye on Discord, because I've already got that done. We hit that goal. I said if we hit a particular goal on Patreon, that we would get a P.O. Box set up so that people could send me garbage, because people have been threatening to send me garbage. So I thought we'd officiate it. That's happening soon. Keep an eye on that. Probably within about a week or so, I should get the final details. Shout out to these people, though, for making it possible in the first place. And the other things. Shout out to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel Sidini, Conspiracy, Crazy Pat, Crosis, Eric B, Escape, Fucking Vasquez, Harik, Heydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindean, Tesla, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Necrophilim, Pelvis Presley, Sirthal the Swede, Tom Terror 18, Backwards Backers, and Zazzy7011. Thank you all for your support in the Insane Tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for making this possible in the first place. As I said, it is most appreciated. And a big shout as well to Asaro, Adam Person, Andrew Wilson, Betimus Max, Sardini, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Duncan 2 and 7, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Genji Zerka, Gray, Haji Damar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Ice the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Joran DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plock, Luana Thomas, Matthew, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Pan Samu, Panther Pearl, Smirtworm, The Insane Pickle, Will Wade, Wolfie, and CK2. Thank you all for your support.